Hi, and welcome back to Wisdom Wednesdays. This week I'd like to talk about fear and the amount of it that is everywhere. Can you feel it? Now, there are lots of valid reasons for this fear. There are, of course, climate change and violence around the world and unrest in many, many countries. And the list goes on and on. When we think of who benefits from keeping us in all this constant state of shock and awe, we come to understand that perhaps in some cases we're actually being engineered to go comfortably numb, like the old Pink Floyd song said. Simply put, when we're numb, we don't act. We drink more, we eat more chocolate, we stay in, we hunker down. And we don't adventure. We don't go out because the world is just too darn scary. The scariest thing of all for me is that I don't know how aware we are of how much fear is dictating our decisions in life. You know, in the last few years, I've just been noticing it that fear is making us smaller, like a weight around the ankles. It's kind of like that frog in the pot thing, where the frog doesn't realize because the heat is turning up, but because it's happening kind of slowly and naturally, he doesn't even notice that he's going to be boiled. Now, being in fear is really no way to live, and it's the antithesis of freedom. We came here to embolden our souls to stretch and grow to new heights, not to shrink to new lows. We did not come here to play small. We came here precisely at this time for a reason. We wanted to be a part of the huge changeover that is happening, and we wanted to play our parts fully. Does this mean that we disregard or ignore the fear and the scary things that are happening in the world? No. All it means is that we have jurisdiction over our decisions in how we respond to these scary things. So I want to share with you something that I learned from my friend, the Peruvian shaman Jorge Luis Delgado. High in the Andes near Lake Titicaca, just over the border in Bolivia, there are the pre-Columbian ruins of a wonderful society called the Tiwanaku Society. And they had these spectacular remnants there of these gods and goddesses that are carved out of stone and carted 10 plus miles away. So you know that they had to be very, very important and crucial to life at that time in order for them to go to all that work to put them up. Now, most of these gods and goddesses have their hands here, right at their solar plexus, and in them they have sacred elements, sacred things, and you can see them carved into the stone. But there's one carving, one statue that really stands out, and that's the one with one hand here and one hand here. Really unique in all the other carvings. Well, that is the one that Jorge told me means love, no fear. And he was so taken by this statue that he had many of them carved, replicas, to go into his gorgeous hotel grounds in the Sacred Valley. So let's just take a moment now and put your hand, I don't think it matters which one, on your heart, and put your other hand on your solar plexus. And just take a deep breath and say with me, love, no fear. Love, no fear. Love, no fear. And if you do this daily, or even more often, I think you will find that not only will you feel less fear, you will start to feel energized and even emboldened. So let's learn from the ancients an old way of thriving in a new world of challenges. Thanks again for joining me on Wisdom Wednesdays. Be sure to drop your pearls of wisdom into the comments so we can carry on the conversation. Jump into my website, jump into my Facebook page, and I'll leave you with this. Love, no fear. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.